sa inyong lahat, mga minamahal kong mga kaibigan. Maaalala mo kaya, isang napakagandang awit at napakaganda ring tugtugin. Isang awit na kailanman ay mabubuhay sa ating alaala. Isang awit na may tuturing nating obra maestra sa sining ng awit.
I'm involved in the Metropolitan Theater bilang consulting architect.
I am a student research assistant for conservation at the Metropolitan Theater.
I used to perform at the Met with Miss Consing Sunico.
Well, she asked me to be involved in reviving musicals. So that started, and that's how I got very involved with the Met. You know, it was wonderful, really working at the Met during that time.
We really enjoyed it so much that we didn't even count the hours or the days.
They would go there because they willingly loved, I think, what they were doing.
We didn't mind at all. Just go ahead, no.
If you get to know Tita Conching, if you get to know her, you love her.
She was a perfectionist. Very strict, but very nice.
I saw instances before somebody would like to talk to her inside, go to her office. I see them making the sign of the cross before they enter.
One time I was sick. I was singing from the Student Prince. She said, "Yeah, because you have your girlfriend with you." I got a little bit out of tune in the high pitch.
People could go to the Met and enjoy it. When it would open on stage, and if you saw the Maria Clara crowds, you would go like that because it was so beautifully designed and done.
The costumes, those were not ordinary materials. They were the real materials, really good.
Who were the designers? Ben Farales, Pitoy, Aureo. They were the top designers. You had all the lighting, you had the staging, and it's very, very visual.
You know, when you're on stage, you see the people, heads there. Mga ulo lang yan, saka ilaw sa harapan mo. But when you are from the audience, you see the stage, ang ganda pala. Eh, syempre, you feel happy, you have a good show.
It was really cool. It was fun. Really fun.
She gave you everything for you to do your best. If you don't do your best, baka hindi ka na babalik dyan. Hindi ka na makasama ulit.
Times became difficult when the subsidies stopped. Whenever we would get a threat from Meralco na we would get cut off already because we couldn't pay the bill, yun ang tension. There was no money anymore. So people would go there and would just do volunteer services. And it was at that particular time that Tita Conching, as early as 1985, began to use her own money for the operations of the Met. The salaries of the people, the payment to Meralco, all the operational costs. And many of them who stayed on a voluntary basis until such time that it was very difficult. She died in 1989.
Yeah, you know, we miss her really up to now. She was very, very good.
You know, I was with her till the very last hours when she died. And she was still very conscious. She was still thinking of the Met. Because the Met, she really loved the Met. And she loved the people who were there. And so when on her last hours when she was saying, she said, "Do you think they will remember me?" Those were her words thinking of the Met. "Do you think they will remember me?"
After 1996, nagsarang Metropolitan Theater. It was left to the elements, no?
And if you visited it, it's in a very rundown stage. Okay.
With the penetration of water, nagkasira-sira yung interior niya. I felt heartbroken when I saw the Met for the first time after 20 years. Talagang napabayaan.
You see, right now, what is happening, I think, National Commission for Culture and the Arts, NCCA,
Purchased the building for 270 million in June of 2015. That begins a new life, the third metamorphosis of the Met under the hands of NCCA. In September 2015, I was called by the NCCA to head the restoration project of the Metropolitan Theater.
Well, I began as a simple volunteer, and then I volunteered again a second time, and Sir Lico noticed. So he said, I am next week, ikaw na ulit.
When the job was first offered to me, no, talagang kinabahan ako. So sabi ko, uy, maganda ito. So yung ibang trabahong dapat kong tatanggapin, give up ko. No?
I knew that he was involved, but I didn't quite understand. So I sent out an application to join the volunteers. And apparently there were 12,000 applicants and the server crashed.
Nagulat kami when we have this thousands and thousands of application for the cleanup. Akala ko dati, ang mga Pilipino, maikli ang memory. No? But when I saw this response, meron pala talagang pagmamalasakit. No?
Every single week there's a new set of volunteers from different schools, but working with them is always very fulfilling.
The cleanup, the intention was not just for cleaning. No? The intention was to reintroduce the building to this new generation and at the same time profess a certain love or a certain connection to the building. No?
It's fun to share what you know and to share your passion with them. And then to see that they get infected with the same passion and the same awe. It's very warm and fuzzy in the feelings.
Willing silang i-volunteer yung kanilang labor just for for the sake of heritage, no? So Met is just a symbol, no? A symbol na ng volunteerism. I think with the cleanup drive, it will trigger a renaissance for the love of heritage, no? Because how will you love your country if you cannot visualize them, no? If you cannot feel them, see them. Architecture make this sense of nation more tangible, no? So as professed by the Metropolitan Theater.
We hope that the Met is going to shed new light on Manila's aging structures, that we begin to see older structures to have an intrinsic value in them.
I hope that when it will be repaired, that it will not suffer the same fate it had earlier. That it will not be neglected. That it will be put into proper use. No? If it's going to be a theater, then let it be a good theater.
I think the Met should be able to communicate the soul and spirit of the Philippines. I'd like to put it that way, that whatever is written, whatever is performed, it's going to speak about the soul and spirit of this generation, of the previous generation, and it will never sacrifice the truth. Because it should always ennoble us as people.